Hi, and welcome back to the Any Voices podcast. My name is Mel Allen, and I'm your host. And I wanted to talk to you about something that, I've got an interview set up for Any Voices, which is great. I want to get the word out to other people who might need the help that I plan to provide here. But I want to talk about something because it happened again today. And what's happening? Well, I've had some people reach out to me this week, mainly on my personal social media accounts, and it's setting up a somewhat disturbing trend. People are contacting me, sending a message, asking me if I can help them with any opportunities I might have for them. Some of these people, after I say, unfortunately, I don't, ask what it is that I do. And I hope you can see how that is completely backwards. My advice to you is this. First, know who it is that you're talking to. A little bit of research, checking out the profile, and definitely just following those links in the profile should give you a good understanding of who someone is. Now, to flip that around as well, make sure that you have links in your social media as well so that people can find out who you are. And even if you don't have a demo, you can put together some samples. As long as you're not breaching an agreement with somebody, you can put samples of your voice. There are free scripts online. You can write your own script. You can have a friend write a script. Take that sample, put it on a place like YouTube. You can use an app like Headliner to turn that audio into a video. You can make a profile on SoundCloud or anywhere else that people can access your voice. There are so many out there. It's hard to name them all. The next part of that advice, after doing some research, would be don't ask your connections for help. Ask how you can help them. More on that coming up in just a moment. So you might be wondering, how is it that I'm able to record a podcast and give you this information about the voice, overacting talent community? Well, I went to Anchor and I started making my podcast there. It's free, and the great thing is that they have creation tools, allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone, your computer, and they can even distribute the podcast for you. So that way people can hear it on places like Spotify, Apple Podcast, and of course, all of the others. And you can even make money from your podcast. There's no minimum listenership. So what do you got to do to make your podcast? In one place, download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. That's anchor.fm to get started. Okay, now to get back to the rest of my advice. Okay, so you're reaching out to people who you've done a little research on, you know what they are, you know you're reaching out to the right person, and maybe you've got some audio, right? So you've got a profile, you've got links in it, you've got credibility that you're starting to establish. So let's make sure you hang on to that. So write out a couple of messages on paper, on computer, it doesn't matter, that you would send out to potential contacts. Make sure that you're including that link to wherever your audio or your samples are now located in that message, but not as a, here, go check out my profile, just a friendly message of, I saw you're a video producer, or maybe I saw you're casting a fan fiction podcast, or maybe I saw that you're making a game based on my favorite anime. If I can help you with any of the voices, keep me in mind. Then your name and that link to wherever they can hear your voice. Now, bonus points if it's relevant to what they're working on. That doesn't mean record custom audio for everyone, but there are times where you might want to occasionally until you start getting some auditions and casting and getting your voice on some projects. I'm also not going to tell you to be overconfident and fake it till you make it. It works for some, worked for me, but feigning confidence, faking that confidence isn't something that a lot of people are really good at. So you might want to practice just as you would with any voice that you're performing. You can pretend to be, and this is how I did it, a confident character anytime you're interacting with a potential client. And until you're good at doing that, just offer to be helpful. Be the person that others are going to want to contact because they know that you will do good for them. The more people that believe that you will be good to them, the busier that you will be. Now, admittedly, it's scary, right? There's a slight chance that somebody will want to take advantage of you, right? Of course, there are people like that everywhere. However, the chances of that person tuning you out, and maybe forever because you're just out of the blue asking somebody to help you and they don't even know you, that's going to be higher than the chances I feel that you're going to be taken advantage of. And at least you can say, you know what, I was kind, I was nice, and I was helpful while I was out there. And that's good. The other side of this is if you're asking other voices for an opportunity, when that's what they do, are they going to just hand over work that they have to a stranger? It's doubtful that they will hand you anything. But if they do, it's probably going to be somebody who maybe is like a problem client, that they have trouble with boundaries, that they have trouble getting paid from, somebody that they don't really want to work with, and maybe somebody that you don't want to work with either. So that's going to wrap up this. I just want to, again, just reiterate, don't reach out to people, ask them for help, ask if you can help them, and put together some of those resources to make you look like you know what you're doing. When you're interacting with somebody digitally, it's very easy to make it look like you are all put together. As a matter of fact, if you're not putting a little bit of effort into that, you're not put together. So make sure when you're sending that digital message that it is the right message that you want to send. Follow us, anyvoices.com, and definitely keep listening to the podcast. Leave us a 5-star review if you think that we are worth it on Apple Podcasts or whatever your other platform may be. And stick around. We've definitely got more coming up here on the Any Voices podcast.